Today's teens are turning to social media to hang out with their friends. Social media has not really become a place of networking per se, but it's a place of literally socializing. And it's the people that they've met from school, from church, from after school activities, and they all hang out there doing the good, bad, and ugly of what teens have always done. The challenge is, of course, what happens online is far more complicated than it is offline. My name is Danah Boyd. I'm a principal researcher at Microsoft Research and a fellow at Harvard's Berkman Center for Internet and Society. And I just wrote the book, It's Complicated, The Social Lives of Network Teens. One of the most heartbreaking things for me is when young people come up to me and say, what did I do wrong? Why do my parents not trust me? Parents tend to be concerned about the technology, and young people see it as just another asset of their life, another facet where they can just get together with their friends, and they don't understand why their parents don't trust them on it. Teenagers are trying to be cool amongst the people around them, and the result of which is that they're behaving differently in front of very different audiences. So how they behave in front of a teacher looks different than how they behave with their friends at a sleepover, looks different than how they behave when their parents are looking in. So it's challenging because when we see this taking place online, we're not quite sure which part of their world they're thinking about. By and large, they tend to participate online like they would if they were just there with their friends. But this isn't what adults typically get to see, so they react with horror, realizing that their children, swear, that their children, engage in sexual conversations, things that they don't normally get to see. What makes social media valuable is that it's a place for young people to really gather with their friends. And that means that they can use this to socialize, to gossip, to flirt, to just simply hang out. Now there's also some really powerful other ways that they can use these tools when they want to. I'm enamored by watching young people who are very politically motivated use this as a way of gathering support for political action. I'm also really excited by watching young people start to understand their careers. Where things get dicey online has to do with where young people are not themselves doing well. And so one of the things that can be really heartbreaking is you can see young people who are showcasing some of the worst dynamics you can ever imagine. Young people who are crying out for help as they're struggling with disordered eating, as they're struggling with suicide ideology, as they're struggling with their relationship with their family. And so these tools make visible aspects of life that we often spend time trying really hard to avoid. Things that, showcase that young people aren't doing well. And when young people aren't doing well and they're looking for attention, they use these technologies to connect to people in really deeply problematic ways. And so that is where you see the cons come out, is where, these tools allow you to connect, and that connection may not always be so healthy. So as we think about this, this issue, I think a lot of it is to move beyond just our home turf and think about how we can help young people all over the world. And it starts very simply. If you're a parent, don't just focus on your child, but focus on your children's friends. Make sure they're doing okay, and that will go a long way to even helping your child. The most important message of It's Complicated is to appreciate that young people are trying to do their best to make sense of the world around them, that they're using technology to do so, and that rather than fearing the technologies, take a step back, appreciate what's going on, and really embrace and respect young people for their resilience and willingness to find their access to public life, no matter what we as adults do.